Okay, so I wanted to just make a quick training video for you guys to kind of show you how I work my pay period. I was talking to some of you guys about that, and since you're all not local to me and we can't sit down at the kitchen table and go over this, I thought this might be a good, useful tool. So first things first, if you aim for nothing, you're going to hit it every time. So my number one recommendation for you guys is to set some goals. So you'll see that I have them on a pretty little piece of paper. This was for the pay period that just ended on March 1st. I have pay period goals, and I've listed out 3 things that I know that I can go after. For some of you guys, it may be hitting 1K and not 3K club every time. Set those small goals and build upon that. It may be sparking 5 people over the course of a pay period. That is action steps that will turn into getting you paid. Or maybe a goal would be 2 new recruits, just like I had this pay period. Or maybe it's something as small as, or it's not very small, it's actually pretty large. It's a great income producing action is to set up 10 3-way phone calls. That could be a goal. I definitely would put them on paper, hang them up in your house so that you can see them, and work off that and know that kind of where you stand throughout the course of the 2 weeks. But if you aim for nothing, you're going to hit it every time. So let's go ahead. Today is day 1 of the pay period. Sit down and make yourself 3 goals, something that you know that you can go after and you can hit. Okay, so the next thing I would encourage you to try to do, and this is a little bit larger, but set up 90-day goals. I looked on my calendar when I was making these, and I counted out the day that it would be. So I wrote it on there for 90 days in advance, 3 goals that I think I can hit. And you'll see that my last one there is run a half marathon. It has nothing to do with Advocare, but it's just something that I personally want to achieve. So they don't have to be all Advocare goals for 90 days. Let's start dreaming. Let's start thinking bigger, and let's start going after those. So that's something else I would encourage you to do. But then lastly, I'm going to touch on mapping out your pay period. I know I was talking to some people and they didn't quite understand what I was meaning by this, and it's hard without a visual. So that's what this is for. So I'm going to show you guys my last pay period that we just ended on March 1st. This is my map, okay? So I picked up one of these from Target. It's like a giant paper coloring pad, and then I just tore out one piece of paper and I went after mapping it out. I've been doing this every single pay period since I began 7 months ago, and it's really astonishing to watch how this fills up. I was just looking, I have my first one in the closet there, and it is barely anything on the paper, and now you'll see it's full. And so as I kind of go along with my business, I'm hoping to have this take over an entire wall. That would be incredible, but I just want to show you guys some simple action steps. So this could be on a paper this big. It could be on a paper this big. It could be on a tiny little notebook if that's all you've got. But you have to have something to work off of. And this will keep you from being sporadic with your actions. It'll give you something tangible to go after. And then it will also help you maximize your time. Because if you don't know where you're going to work on things, then you're just going to be scattered and you're going to feel lost and you're just going to be running in circles. This will help you maximize your time. So what I do at the very top is I draw a line and I put, we do Advocare so that. And you see that my so that is pay off the camper. Sometimes I put our large vision on there. And then sometimes when I just need a reminder, I put our vision. This is what we're doing right now with our Advocare money. And so, even if that's buy your son tennis shoes or something very small and tangible that you know you can get, put it up there because it's got to be something that you're not going to quit on. I hate paying that camper payment every single month, knowing that it's debt that we don't need, that we don't have to have. And so that's what my goal is to pay that thing off. So make sure you have something on there that you're not going to quit on. And then, so in the middle, kind of drawing some lines, a line straight down, a line across, another line straight down, made some boxes here. And I'll send you guys each a picture of this. If you would like one, a close-up picture so that you can really see. But in the middle, I've drawn my organization. So you'll see that circles there are advisors on my team. And then I've branched off from their wholesale customers or distributors. And that has grown drastically in the 7 months I've been doing Advocare. But then here on the left-hand side, I have my legs of business. This is all of my advisors that are bringing in overrides. So, right now at this point in your game, you may not have anything here. So what I would encourage you to do is maybe put Dream Team. I actually have one of my old mapping outs, and you'll see there, Dream Team. And so I want you to think about things that are working for you. I like doing the legs now so that I can see what leg is producing what and where I can really help to grow and help that person get some wins. Right below that, I have rookie bonus time. This is individuals in my organization who are in the rookie bonus qualification. I know how many wholesale customers or distributors they've recruited, and then how much volume they have as well. Day 1 of the pay period, I put that on there, and I put the day that their rookie bonus qualification ends, so I can know they need my help right now. Very, very crucial part of their business. Underneath there, this is the 2 most important parts of this whole piece of paper. This is what we kind of call the pipeline. For Advocare, you always want to have people in the pipeline, moving from P, prospect, C, customer, D, distributor, A, advisor, and then eventually L for leader, and that's stepping up and doing some of these things that I'm doing right now. So you want to have people moving through the pipeline. Again, P, C, D, A, L. So here you'll see I have my last pay period. So if you look on My Advocare and click on Advisor Prequal, and you will see this report. And this is where I'm getting all that information. It's straight from my microsite. I'm writing it down. These are the people that I need to talk to ASAP because they're in their last pay period for qualification for advisor. And if I can get to them and do mixers, if I can do some webinars, if we can do a ton of 3-way phone calls, we can make that happen for them. So that's where I want to encourage you guys to start looking there. And then also second pay period of qualification, equally as important. These are people who have hit 500 in their first pay period, and now they got to hit 500 at least, again, to keep moving towards advisor. I want you to really reach out to them, help them see the benefit of getting to the advisor level, and saving the most on products, but also the 5 different ways we get paid and the 40% profit and margin there. So these two boxes is my working zone. Okay, so this is where immediately on day 1 of the pay period, I say, okay, I've got to be calling this person and this person and this person because they need to know they're in their last pay period. We have 2 weeks to lock this in for them. All right, and then the last little box down here on the bottom, I have upcoming events. This is crucial. If you want to go up, you got to show up. And even if that means just logging on to the team huddle. Even if that means showing up at Ladies Alive coming up in April, doing whatever you can to get there. I always put upcoming events. I have Team Huddle, Mixers, AdvoU that I got to go to. This was last past pay period. Ladies Alive, bigger corporate events are always on there, but then Mixers as well, even webinars. I put them on here. Upcoming events, because guys, listen, those are, we like to call those activity in Advocare, but that is how you learn. I can't tell you how many times that I learned how to do a mixer simply from watching mixers. Okay, so being there, being in the room, showing up, logging on, making it a priority. If you treat this like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. So, treat this like a priority, show up to go up. And then my last 2 boxes here. So this was something I just started implementing, and this is what I like to call the hot box, okay? So the hot box is people that have been on my heart for a while and have been chicken and haven't reached out to them yet. 7 months into it, I still haven't talked to them about Advocare and at least shared my 30-second or 2-minute story. So I put them in my hat box, and I have 2 weeks to make it happen. And that puts action. I have 2 people there. Some could start with just 1. You could do 5 if you're at a business, if you're at a point in your business where you're really trying to grow some momentum. Then let's work on that. Let's get you talking to people because that's going to get you paid. And so I definitely would encourage that hot box. Those are people that are heavy on your heart for either the income or the products, and reaching out to them and sharing your story. And then ultimately the goal is to try to connect them to your mentor. And then lastly, I have follow-ups. This is a big part of my business, and I think we all agree we know why. The 90-day window, the planting the seeds and watching it harvest. I love having that follow-up box because I always put people's names in there after I've spoken to them. And then they will come back. I will go back to this follow-up list, and I'll start circling the wagons with them. And then when the timing is right, they're going to think of me because I continue to follow up with them. And so I love having, 3 or 4 names there that I'm going to work on this pay period and making sure that they're hearing my voice and they're knowing that I'm still here, I still love Advocare, and I'm ready to help them reach their goals whenever it's right for them. I hope that this helps. Again, I will shoot you guys a picture so that you can see exactly how my boxes look and everything, but I wanted you to hear me voice to voice explaining to you what this is and how it will help you grow your business. Again, you're going to know where to spend your time. You're not going to be running in circles. And then also, number 2, you're going to know what you got. What you measure grows. And so, like I said, the beginning of these, when I first started doing this, were very empty. And now I'm going to have to get a bigger piece of paper. So what you measure grows. And I really want you to start treating this like a business. If that's your heart's desire, is to make things happen and change things for your family. If you treat it like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. I'm so incredibly proud of you guys. Here to help you every step of the way. You step, I step, and we'll make it happen. Love you guys.